So what?
So it took a couple of years for you to really jog around.
Well, I mean, I was a kid, you know. Think about my daughter who's 8. If I told her something like that happened right now, it would kind of go, you know. She's just trying to figure out, you know, how to stay in lines when she's coloring and how to read a book. So, yeah, I think everyone in my circle at the time was just trying to, you know, not stress me out with something like that. And at the same time, my dad was in the military, so yeah, you know, I think if I recall, I was being shielded more than anything at that point.
Justin, are you encouraged by the way y'all ran the ball in preseason, or does that not matter?
Yeah, no, it all matters, and very encouraged. You know, it's really fun to block for running backs like Mark Ingram, Philip Lindsay, David Johnson. I'm excited to block for Scotty whenever he gets in. He's ran the ball really hard this preseason. But I mean, group 1, 2, and 3 on the O-line, you know, they went out there and did their thing, and it was cool to see. It doesn't matter who's in there, but the system, you know, is going to be aggressive.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Great. There's a lot of good guys around here. It's a good staff, and they're have made sure I was doing everything to make sure that I can get ready for whenever they need me, and I'm just having fun.
How close are you to being 100%?
I really don't want to put a percentage on it. Really just taking it day by day, trying to get better as fast as I can, and do whatever I can to help this team.
Marcus, when you get back out there, how long did it take to sort of knock off some rust? Obviously, in the game situation, but just to start feeling like yourself again after missing so much time?
It's a process. Another one, just taking it day by day. There's little things. There's some things that stick with you, and there's other things, that you have to watch on film over and over again, work on every day, and just put the time and effort into getting back playing, the way an offensive lineman should play.
There's things that Coley said that you're familiar with the way that you're all running your offense here. What are those things that you connect with that you think might be easy for you to jump in quick?
There's so many things. It's real similar, It's not a secret where most of the stuff came from. So a lot of the stuff is similar, and I'm very thankful for what I learned from there, and I could use a lot of that stuff here in the same offense and team.
What do you think about Charlie Hack? You've gotten to help him and watch him. What do you think about the way he's done so far?
Charlie's a great guy, and I like watching him. He puts in the work every single day, and he tries to make sure his technique is sound. He makes sure, he's just all around good guy. Does everything he's supposed to do. Comes in early. He's even helped me on. I have questions for him on, how we run certain things and how Coach Campen asks us to do certain techniques, and he always has an answer for me. So he's smart, and he's always working hard, and he's a great teammate. He'll help me out whenever I ask him.
How are you doing at the competition with Tyrod and Justin to get your first one?
It's hard to beat Justin sometimes. Tyrod, I got him a few times, but man, those guys wake up early. But if you want to beat those guys, you got coming around 5:15. But I got him a couple of times.
What time do you normally get up?
I usually wake up at 5:15 and get here around 5:30. But sometimes, I'll try to throw a wrench in their plans and get here a little bit earlier than them.
Who won this morning?
I won this morning.
It sounds like with you not putting a percentage on your recovery that you don't want to rush anything. How important is that to you not to rush back from an injury at your age? Not saying you're old, but like.
Ouch.
No. How important is it to like take your time to do recovery?
Over the years, I've been through, this process of coming back, and I just really just lean on the staff, and kind of whatever they tell me to do. Whenever they tell me to start running full speed, I'll do what they say. They're professionals. We have a great training room staff, and our sports science department is one of the best. They're tracking everything I'm doing, how much I'm running, how much I'm lifting, checking my gains and losses in the training room, weight room, all that. So, there's a good group of people that I have around me, and I'm kind of just listening to what they're saying. I'm listening to my body and telling them how I feel. We're working together, and whenever they think it looks good, and whenever I think I feel good enough, that'll be when I'm the best.
How instrumental has Larry been?
A lot. He's kind of a quiet guy, but he's just all of our offensive line. I had to lean on them a lot because they went through this whole training camp, and every single day they're doing stuff. And when we get out on the field and we do offensive line drills, he'll come up and give me pointers. I'll ask him questions, but you know, in all of them, everybody, although the whole offensive line has been great. And, you know, we just try to work together, and that's just how it is in the line room.
Mark, you said that you were seeing, you know, there was no secret where some of the similarities come from. In tandem with what James Campion's done coming here, what are the things that you feel, kind of specifically, that you feel like you're comfortable in?
What was the first part of that question?
I mean, you were talking, I guess, New England offense and what the Texans, I guess those are some of the familiarities. Like, how does James Campion fit in that mix, and what you're noticing that makes you comfortable at your position?
I don't know how to answer that. He's going to make me feel comfortable however he can. You know, he's a great coach, and he's coached many great players. So I kind of just listen to whatever he has to give me, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. And I trust that if I listen to him and do everything he's telling me to do, that I'm going to be successful whatever I do.
Two more.
Can you talk about in preseason camp, even though you weren't practicing, what some of the things that you were able to do to sort of get up to speed with the offense, what you were able to do?
I was able to take a lot more notes and watch a lot more film, and, you know, I had a lot more time to, you know, familiarize myself with the playbook in my own time. You know, how training camp goes, you know how that you come in, you have your meetings, and then those guys go out. And, you know, it's time for them to practice. They got to get ready for practice. And, you know, they're tired. You know, they want to rest and go to sleep. And then, you know, I just had extra time, you know. I couldn't do a lot of stuff, physical stuff they were doing, but I definitely got a lot more time for myself to, you know, learn the playbook, learn the technique, learn the calls, and just figure out everything I could that wasn't physical.
Marcus, is there some carryover with some things that Dante Skarnecki had touched over the years with another veteran line coach, Camp?
Definitely, there's carryover, but he's definitely a different. He has a different approach, different style. Both are great. You know, I love the way he coaches. You know, it's a plus that he was a player, and, you know, that's awesome. Like, you, as an offensive lineman, you couldn't ask more than for your coach to have played the game, because in some ways, you know, he understands how we're feeling. In some ways, you know, even how we're thinking. I'm not saying he knows what we're thinking, but he knows how we're thinking, and he takes all of that in when he's trying to coach us and teach us certain things. And, you know, it's awesome being able to play for him. And so far, I'm really enjoying it.
Marcus, what are some intangibles you think you bring this team when you own 3 Super Bowl rings?
And I bring whatever they need me to. Whatever they need me to bring, that's what I bring. You know, whether it's, if they want me, anything they need me to do, that's what I bring. I'll give you another question, because I'm sorry about that one.
Where are your rings now?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing. I have no idea. I'm looking for the next one.
Your teammates every now and then?
They're not even in Houston. I think they're in a pod or something back in Fort Worth, possibly.
All set? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
It's good to have him back. You know, we've missed him for a few weeks. He's been out there working on getting back on the field and keeping up in the classroom. But to have a dynamic guy like that on the field, it changes things. You know, you can see what happens when Brandon Cooks is on the field. You had another shifty, fast speed guy on the field. It opens up what we can do.
The Jaguars have made a lot of changes in personnel with coaches. Is it going to be a different team than the one you left?
For sure. I think every team, every year is a new team, regardless of coaching staff and player changes. You know, you see how the team is different here this year, and we've had coaching staff and personnel changes. The Jags definitely will be a different team. They have some core players that they return, but every year a team has a new identity.
Can the coaches, can you help them in the game plan, talking about some of the players that were your teammates?
I have experience with some of the guys there, and if they ask me questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But at the end of the day, that's part of the reason why they're coaches. They've been scouting them this whole time. They've been watching every rep that they've had. If there's anything I can shed light on, I'll try to do that. But I feel like they have a solid plan in place already, and I'll just do whatever I can to help and be ready to play.
How do you feel about where Tyrod is right now going into the
I feel good. I feel like we as an offense have all been progressing. And him at the helm, he's been doing the same thing. He has a big part in that for everyone else and all the other position groups. So I feel like the steps are being taken in the right way. We don't want to peak too soon, but we feel like we'll be ready for Sunday.
He understandably didn't run a lot in the preseason, or a lot of design runs. When you guys start to deploy more of those, how do you think that can open stuff up for the passing game?
I think that he's a threat with in three places, three areas. He's a threat with his arm, his legs, and with his mind. And so we fully expect him to make whatever plays are available to him. In terms of a game plan and game plan runs, that's not my job, and we don't have all of the game plan put in right now. Anyway, but I'm sure that he'll be ready to affect the field in a bunch of different ways.
What's your mood heading into week one, and what is it like with the team, and is it different for you specifically facing a former team?
This is my second time facing a former team in the first game, and I think it creates a kind of just a unique headspace. I'm excited always to play in the first game of the year, but especially playing against a team that you were on and seeing guys that you were with for 2 years. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the preparation, I don't think that's changed. It's always been a focus on getting better each day and stacking hay so that you can cash in on Sunday. But when you play against guys that it always brings a little something extra.
Now, red zones and third downs were things you guys were working on in preseason. Where do y'all feel you are going into this, and some of the things y'all might have done to fix that?
Oh, we feel good. We feel good about where we're going. You always want to clean things up. You want to be a football team that first doesn't beat itself, and then you want to be an offense that can stay on the field, sustain long drives, wear down defenses. That's been an area of emphasis for us, and it continues to be. Really just little things. We have the talent and the players to go out there and make big plays, but putting more emphasis on the little ones and the routine plays and not falling asleep at the wheel.
All set?
Thank you,
All right,
Chris.
thank you.
Thanks.